Good morning, guys. We were on question tags. Started it from our previous class, and we were learning the rules of question tags. In the previous class, we learned three rules, and now we are going to proceed on the same thing. Rule number 4 or the number D. If there are two auxiliaries in the verb, only the first one is used in the formation of the question tag. What is it? If the verb has two auxiliaries, then we will take the first auxiliary in the formation of the question tag. Now look at the example. From the example, it will be all clear. You should have done this. You should have done this. Now the verb is here done and it has two auxiliaries. What are these? Should and have. Should and have. Now according to the rule, should came first. That's why we will take should to form the question tag. So what will be the answer? Shouldn't you? You should have done this. Shouldn't you? Next example. The girl has been crying since morning. The girl has been crying. Here the verb is crying and the auxiliaries are has been. So has comes first and it will our auxiliary in the formation of the question tag. Hasn't she? The girl has been crying since morning, hasn't she? Next one. You must have done this. You must have done. This is the done is the verb. Must have are the two auxiliaries to the verb. So must, we will take must because it came first. Mustn't you? Sorry. You must have done this. Mustn't you? Alright. So let us move to the next point. For everyone and everybody as subjects of the main clause. Main clause here means what will you get in the question paper. For everyone and everybody as subjects of the main clause. That means the sentence that will be given if the subject of the sentences are either everyone or everybody, the subject of the question tag is generally they. For everyone and everybody. Look at the example. Everybody can't be clever. Everybody can't be clever. Can they? Everybody can't be clever. Can they? Next one. Everyone present made a wild rush for the door. Everyone present made a wild rush for the door. Didn't they? Now the subjects here in the case of the two examples, the subjects of the question tag, I beg your pardon, the subjects of the question tag in the two examples are they, and the main clauses, the subjects of the main clauses in the first case it is everybody, and in the second case it is everyone. Now look at this point or the rule. The subject of the tag for everything. Now everyone or everybody denotes human being, and everything, that means this is objects. The subject of the tag for everything must always be singular it. Must always be singular it and not they. Not they. Look at the example. Everything looked beautiful, didn't it? Everything means object. That's why it will be the subject of the question tag will be it. Everything looked beautiful, didn't it? To the next point, when each follows the pronoun. When each follows the pronoun, that means there will be a pronoun before each. As for example, we each, they each, you each. Verbs, pronouns, and possessive adjectives. Verbs, pronouns, and possessive adjectives in both main sentence and tag agree with the plural pronoun. Let me explain with the example given in here. We, each. That means we came before each and each follows we. Now here we is in plural form. We, you see, this is plural. That's why here verb agrees with we, have. We each have. Then comes possessive adjectives. Possessive adjectives also agree with the plural subject, the pronoun. So we is the plural form, and that's why the possessive adjectives here is are. We each have our problems, haven't we? Here the subject of the question tag is we, this is plural, and that's why the verb is also plural, haven't. Have, haven't. Clear? We each have our problems, haven't we? Come to the next point. The tag for imperative sentences. Now what are imperative sentences? The sentences that are used to used for request or command or order, etc. These are imperative sentences. The tag for imperative sentences usually begin with will. The tag for imperative sentences will usually begin with will. Usually begin with will. Look at the examples. Please ask the boys to come in. Please ask the boys to come in. This is an imperative sentence. Will you? Now why the subject of the question tag here is you? Why? Because as I already said you that imperative sentences are used to request anyone or to make order or command. Now whenever you request anyone, you are requesting the second person. You are requesting the second person. You can't request a third person. You can't request a third person. You are to request or to order or to command the second person. That means the person that you are talking to. Clear? Now second person, the pronoun of second person is always you. That's why the subject of the question tag in the case of imperative sentences are always you. Got it? Please ask the boys to come in. Will you? Kindly do me a favor. Will you? Write down your name. Will you? Clear? Guys? Now you have to remember thing. Here I'm explaining it. For a positive request or command. That means when you are making a positive request or a command, the tag can be either positive or negative. That means you have the right to choose either of the options. You can use or you can yes, you can write the question tag in a positive way or in a negative way, or you can ask in a positive or in a negative way. Now look at the examples, it will be clear. Close the door, it's a positive, you can say a command. Close the door, will you? Close the door, won't you? That means you can write in both the ways. Please lend me some money, please lend me some money, this is a positive request. Please lend me some money, will you? Please lend me some money, won't you? So you are here free to write in any way, either in positive or in negative. But for negative requests or commands, for negative requests or commands, the tag can only be positive. You are not going to give any options. There will be only one option, and you have to write the tag in positive only. For negative requests or comments, the tag can only be positive. Got it? Now look at the example, it will be clear from the examples. Don't go there, this is a positive, I beg your pardon, this is a negative comment. Don't go there, will you? Question tag is will you? Please don't make noise, please don't make noise, it's a negative request. Will you is the question tag. So in both the cases, will you, that means your tag will be only positive. Tag will be only positive. I think you have understood. So this is what for today's class. We will discuss the rest part in our next class. So until then, take care of yourself, stay safe, and thank you.